Okay, well, good day, everyone, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us here today. Very excited to share with you information about a company called Mavie. And again, I know each one of you are very busy. Depending where you are, I know that we've had some people that are calling in from Europe and Africa, where it's quite late over there. And of course, we're here in the United States right now as well. And so over the next 30 to 35 minutes, it's going to be my pleasure to share with you some very exciting information about a new startup company, and that this is a global company. We're going to talk about that, and then the name of that company is Mavie. Mavie is in French. It's a French word, and in French it stands for my life. And our tagline is life only better. And I'm sure each of us, as wonderful as our lives are, we would love to find a way to make our lives even better. And we're going to share that with you tonight. Our vision and our mission is something that's very important to us. When we sat down, and this was a vision that we had, and we really started putting this company together around the second week of January this year. And we've been working hard with our heads down, many of us, putting this company together, putting together the global banking foundation that we have, and the technology and the back office and the licensing and the registration and the customer service and everything that's needed to go launch a new company. We've spent a lot of time and effort. And as I say, we've been putting together this company since the middle of January. There are pieces of this company, quite frankly, that have been in vision and being built for over the last 6 years. And we're going to talk about that because this is a very important point of where we are in the growth and development of our company. You see, 2 weeks ago, we just started a whisper launch. We've launched, and we've just talked to a couple of people who've talked to a couple of people, and we've been bringing people in very slowly on purpose, wanting to stress test the system, and, can an order go through, and are we going to answer the phones, and is everything okay? And everything has just been wonderful so far. We're going to pick up the speed on that, and we're going to begin to open up the doors and then shout out to the world that we're here. We're excited. We're open in the very near future. But we spent a lot of time on our vision and our mission, and I want to read these to you because they're very important tenets of our company and who we are. So our vision is to create the most sustainable financial business opportunity in the world by utilizing cutting-edge technology and science-based solutions to create personalized wellness and customized lifestyle products and solutions. And our mission is, using our core values as a guide, create and support a pathway for any person seeking to customize their lifestyle by personalizing their wellness, leisure, and financial security, enabling them to live their life their way on their terms. And when we've launched, as we've launched here, we're opening in 5 different continents around the world. And we're aggressively running at licensing and registration at many different countries in each one of those regions. In fact, we're going to be opening up in Dubai in the next 30 to 60 days from now. And again, we're expanding rapidly across each one of these other markets. We're launching in North America, in Europe, in Africa, Asia, and in Australia. And we are a community-driven opportunity company that's sharing a suite of amazing products and services from multiple trillion-dollar industries that empower you to personalize and customize your lifestyle. So when we take a look at the size of the industries that we're talking about, we're heavily involved in the wellness industry. We're involved in the shopping and e-commerce, and I would put the word rewards in the back of that also, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And we're heavily involved in the global travel arena. All of those industries globally is over $11 trillion big. Now, I don't know how much a trillion is, but I know a trillion is an awful lot. And all I know is that we need just a small sliver of that 11 trillion to have a very large company here at Mavie. And we're going to focus on the following areas here. We're going to focus on personalized wellness. We're going to focus on global travel. And we're also going to focus on your lifestyle. We talked about shopping and e-commerce and rewards. And what we are is we are a lifestyle company. We have a membership, and this membership opens up the world up to lifestyle for each one of you in the areas of personalized wellness, travel, and in making better your current lifestyle, whether it's through shopping, is through rewards, is through e-commerce, and then other surprises that we have coming down the road also. But when you look at wellness, there are so many supposed paths and products and promises that help each one of us address our own health needs. I mean, you can talk to an allopathic doctor, a homeopathic doctor. You can talk to a nutritionalist. You can talk to a PhD, in exercise or so many other things. And everybody's going to have some similar components, and everybody's going to be different just a little bit. And the problem is that we're not all the same. We're all designed differently. Our fingerprints are different. Our personalities are different. And yes, our DNA is different. And DNA, that's a big buzzword that a lot of people have been hearing, especially the last couple of years. You can't help it, when you're online somewhere running into an advertisement for Ancestry.com or 23andMe, I think it's called, where you can pay a little bit of money and you can get information about your ancestry, and you can find out where you're from. You might be from, you might be French Canadian, Czechoslovakian, and Filipino. People want to know, and they want to find out where they're from, where their heritage is. But DNA is much, much more than that. There's a lot of information in your DNA that we all want to know. And imagine being able to understand what your DNA is, how we're all so different. Yeah, we're also alike, yet we're all so different, because, DNA defines who we are. And there are certain health components, to our lifestyle that if we knew in advance, we could do certain things, right? And we're going to talk about that here. So because we're all unique, the traditional one-size-fits-all approach really doesn't work anymore, because we're here to help you to unlock your own DNA secrets and discover your personal path to well-being. And let's talk about that. So all you need to do is take a DNA test, and we do the rest. Because based on your DNA sample, our scientists will test and analyze over 200 of your genes. Now, from this analysis and along with a questionnaire, a series of DNA reports are created that enable you to personalize many aspects of your life. Because the Mavie difference is that a typical DNA report tests on an average 40 indicators. We test over 200 indicators when we go test your DNA. And the process to test your DNA is actually quite simple, because all you need to do is to order your own kit, and we help you do that. You register your swab, and you swab your cheek. You see this bottom picture with a young lady at the end of the stick. She's got a cotton swab, and she's pushing it around on the inside of her mouth. She's collecting her DNA. And what she's going to do with that is that she's going to label the swab. She's going to mail it back to one of our many collection centers around the globe. And then you can order your own DNA report. So when you get your DNA report, and when you can order them from different companies. And right now, most popular are the Ancestry and stuff like that. But when you order your report, at the top of this report, it says Janelle. Janelle is one of our companies. Janelle is a company that's been very embedded into skincare for the last, 8 or 10 years. And for the last 6 years specifically, has spent a lot of time working on DNA, where they've hired a number of doctors and scientists and PhDs and nutritionalists. And they've been working very, very hard for the last 6 years, putting together and building this foundation, this large global customer platform that provides information about your DNA report. And we're going to talk about that. So when you get your report, pieces of your report will look just like this. It's going to have different subtopics. There's going to be areas that we're going to talk about tonight with your DNA report. And it's going to talk about your anti-aging and skincare. And it's going to talk about sports performance and overall nutrition and weight loss and inborn talent, and yes, ancestry. It's going to talk about also. But as you look through this, there are different subcomponents of each one of these areas, right? And when you look at that, you see these red and these green marks. Where do you fall on the spectrum? Do you fall a little bit low, a little bit high against the norm? And hey, we're all going to have some red. We're all going to have some green. We're all not going to have the best. We're all not going to have the worst. But you know what? It's what we have to work with. And we want to give you that information and show you what it means, and where you're a little low, what are some things that you can do to further benefit, to be able to, to get better or to enhance what that might be. So this first part of this report that you're going to get, it's a 138-page report that is going to be sent directly to you. It's sent electronically. You have your own customer back office because you've got a membership with Mavie. and that allows you access into it. And all your information is deposited into that back office. And by the way, when you get this report, you can immediately print it out. It's yours to keep. It's yours to have forever. You know, it's yours. You paid for it. It's yours. And this first section here is the anti-aging skin and hair reports. And what you'll notice is that up here on the far right, you're going to see different things when it talks about skincare. You're going to talk about, you know, you're going to see information here about skin irritability, skin cell renewal, right? Skin antioxidation. And you're going to see where do you fall on the spectrum, high or low or whatever. And you can actually click each one of these subcategories and it goes deeper behind it. And what it does, it breaks out all the individual genes that make up each one of these subtopics to show you how collectively maybe they're a red or they're a green. And you can access a lot of information. And what does that mean? And you can get information on each one of the individual genes and what do they do and how does it impact you? And, you know, there's so much information in here. If you're a learner, you can spend, I mean, weeks and weeks and weeks in here just going through and understanding what all this means as you're given a further insight into your own DNA code. Well, what happens is this, is that when you get this report and you get this, you read about your skincare, we have a couple of different products. We have a skincare program that focuses on your elasticity and firmness, your aging or your anti-aging, your skin health, sun exposure, and also hair traits. Now, what that means is that imagine if there was a skincare program that you could order that based upon your own personal genetic code, that this could be individually manufactured and sent to you, not just once, but on a monthly auto ship. And this program is designed specifically for you, made from your own personal genetic code. Now, this formula, because it's tied to you directly in your genetic code, is different for you than your significant other, than for me, than my children, than the neighbor across the street. It's different for all of us, but it's designed specifically for you. You know, we've had a chance to meet and talk many, many different times over the last couple of months with these scientists and these doctors and nutritionalists, and they're so excited when we talk to them because this is their life work, and now they're seeing these things come to fruition, especially the last 6 years that they've spent in putting this part of the company together. And when you hear them talk about, you know, literally, you know, the dozens or the hundreds or yes, even thousands of different products that can be made for people as a whole based upon their genetic code, it's almost endless what this company can grow to and how and the things that it's going to go do. It's very, very exciting. We also get another component of that report is called healthy diet and weight loss. And this is going to talk about a number of different things. It's going to talk about inflammation and antioxidation and detoxification and what's your salt sensitivity and just, you know, how does your body handle alcohol and how does it metabolize it and all these different things. You know, we've all seen people before that they eat the wrong foods, they don't do the right thing, they don't exercise, yet they take off their shirt by the pool and they're thin and they're cut. And it's like, oh my gosh, you know, they have wonderful genes, right? Then there are people that, you know, they go to the gym, they try to eat the right foods, they do the right things, and they got, you know, that 10 or 15 pounds or 6 or 10 stone or whatever word or acronym that you would use depending on part of the globe where you live, you're carrying around that extra weight. This program, this system will show you, based upon your code, these are the kinds of foods that you should be eating. If you want to lose weight, these are the kinds of foods you should be eating to lose weight. I mean, it's really, all this information is here based upon your genetic code that's just waiting for you to be able to open up and have a better idea about. Well, this is our customized nutritional product. It's called V-Code. And this is the world's most complete, detailed, nutrition-based product that's based on your DNA wellness report. This is an amazing product designed specifically for you based upon your own DNA code that's different for you than for me, than for our neighbor, than your significant other. It's something that's specifically for you that can be auto-shipped directly to you. Now, these products that we're talking about, this is going to happen probably very late summer, into the fall. It could even, you know, go into beyond that depending on where you live around the world, because as these products are now going into the marketplaces and they're being licensed and registered, you know, skin will come out first. It's a topical. Then when you want to ingest something and you put it in your mouth, that takes a little bit more investigation, you know. So depending where you are in the globe, but you're going to be able to order your reports in the summertime. Then as these come online, you'll be able to order these products. And then in the future, you're going to see additional products that are going to be open to release. There's also an area on this called the Sports Performance DNA Report. And this is going to talk about, your endurance. It's going to talk about your muscle performance. It's going to talk about, if you want to go to the gym and build muscle mass, it's going to show you these are the kinds of exercises you should do versus these. Or it talks about your susceptibility to injury, to your bones, to your tendons. There's so much information here for you to better understand about yourself and your body. We're also going to talk about inborn talents and other things like that as well. So, we have a scientific advisory board this was put together over the years, and this is just 4 of the many people that we have on staff with Mavie that focus on the DNA and the DNA product development and what that means and things that we're going to be able to go and bring into the future also. But we're not just DNA. We're not just personalized wellness. We're also about lifestyle, because we talked about, we're going to talk about personalized shopping offerings. And we have a relationship with the world's largest affinity company. Over 24 million members belong to this affinity company. 24 million. This is a global mall. It ships everywhere in the world. Though I have to admit, I haven't checked about Antarctica, but all the other continents, I know that it ships directly to. It's a huge, huge company. It's a global mall. It's got some of the finest products in the world, like Gucci or high-end electronics, stores that you would go to in the region of the world that you would live in. You're going to find many of those brands right here that can be shipped directly to you. And we're going to put together a reward program, and that's going to be announced the middle to latter part of June this year. And we're going to talk about, when you purchase items online in the mall, we're going to give you Mavie dollars. And then in the future, you can use that to buy more things on the mall. You can use that to buy travel. We're going to talk about travel in a moment. You can use that to buy some of your DNA products. And by the way, when you get these Mavie dollars, and there's so many different ways, we haven't got time to even talk about it tonight, they're never going to expire. If you don't use them for a week, a month, a year, or 3 years, they're there for you to use when you want, where you want, at the time that you want. But they are not going to expire as you accrue them. And utilize this is really, really easy. All you do is log into your Mavie account, you start shopping, you're going to get Mavie dollars that are immediately credited to your report that you can use immediately back into the system itself. So this is a rewards area. It's a shopping and e-commerce area. And we're really excited to launch this program and put it out there in front of all of you towards the middle to latter part of June this year. And then we're also involved in travel. And what I want to do is I'm going to leave this website just for a moment, and I want to take you into our travel site, because I want to show you the power of what this is and what this does. We've spent a lot of time and a lot of effort in finding this company and putting these things together. And we looked and looked and looked hard trying to find that right travel company that we could finally partner with. And we had very specific objectives when we did this. We wanted a company that was large in stature, somebody that wasn't new. We wanted a company that we couldn't just be competitive. We wanted to be able to beat the competition. And we wanted to go head-to-head against some of the big boys, the Expedias, the Orbits, the Travelocities, the VBRO, the Airbnbs, and we wanted to be able to offer amazing, amazing deals to people. And you know what? We've done that, and we're going to share that with you right here. We're so excited. We're so proud with this. Now, one thing I do want to point your attention to is on the upper right-hand corner here, you're going to see language and you're going to see currency. These are all the different languages right now that this website comes in, all these languages, and we continue to add languages as time goes on. Also, the currency. This is all the different currencies that people around the globe can utilize when they're purchasing travel. It's not just USD. People want to be able to use their own in-country currency. That's what we've been able to do. Now, I'm going to take a few minutes, and I'm going to take you through some of these names here across this top bar. And this first area is called Mavie Trips. Now, Mavie Trips, this is something that we're going to be announcing and that we're going to be introducing and bringing out in the middle of June. This is something that we're very excited about, and I'm going to show you this right now. I'm moving into this. Here we go. I'm going to show you some of these trips are. These Mavie trips, we're going to launch with 25 of them the middle of June. And then as we need more, they're going to grow and they're going to grow and they're going to grow. These are all in many different parts of the globe. These are group trips. These are trips that are like 5 days, 4 nights, 8 days, 7 nights, 3 days, 2 nights. And they're at predetermined locations, at predetermined dates. And you're going to travel with a group if you wish. These trips typically are 10 people, 30 people, 70 people, maybe 100 people. Each one of these trips has a host. The host is there on site during the entire trip. Should you have any questions or concerns or something comes up. If you fly in, when you land, there's people that are meet you at the airport. They get you to the resort. Or if you're on a cruise, they get you to the cruise terminal and then back. There's typically a welcome get-together. It includes a couple of meals, maybe even an excursion or two. Everybody on that trip will have the same bracelet that you wear. That way you know other people that are on the trip. And by the way, Mavie people are going to travel with Mavie people. We're not traveling with other groups and mixing these things up. And these are people that are members just like you. And you're going to meet them. You're going to enjoy them. You're going to make lots of friends. In fact, you may even see them on future trips. And you know what? You may even end up traveling with some of them. But these trips here that I'm showing you, these are typically anywhere from 15 to maybe 30% less than what you could buy it yourself. We're able to leverage this ourselves. And I will share with you that one of the companies that we're utilizing to put together these trips is a company that is called, they're called Carlson Travel. And Carlson Travel was purchased by Thomas Cook. Thomas Cook is now the world's largest travel company. They're doing all of our Mavie trips for us in Europe, in the Middle East, and they're having influence in other parts of the globe as well. We're so excited, so proud to be working with them. Here's another trip we're going to have on the Gold Coast, another trip that we're going to have in New York also. It's truly exciting, so many of the things that we're going to be able to bring on board here very, very soon. And again, that's going to be the middle to latter part of June when that comes on board. But I also want to take you through these other parts. There's a thing here on this one part here. It's the hotels. This is our sweet spot. This is something that we can offer tremendous discounts on. So, I'm a person who, when I travel, I like going to the sun. So I'm going to put in Miami. So say if I wanted to go to Miami and I wanted to go check it out, say I want to go for a week. So let's say I went from June 28th and I'm going to go for a week. And so I'm going to go to the 6th, let's say. So I'm going to go pull up the search. One of the things you're going to find with this is that we're going to be able to show you, here's the rate that everybody else pays. Here's the rate that you pay because you're a Mavie member. And I'm going to show you because this is what right now in real time, this is what Expedia and Orbitz and Travelocity and all those other companies are. If you went right now online to this date range at any hotel that we're going to pick here, you're going to see this is the rate that they're charging, and then you're going to see the rate that you're going to get with Mavie. So what this is when you first pull this up, it's always, it goes into what I call the biggest percent savings. These are locations in Florida, 4-star, 4-star, 4-star. And these are the biggest percent savings that they have. I always like to travel a little more in luxury, and I always try to find a nice 4-star or maybe even a 5-star. So when we look around and begin to see different locations, there's a lot of great brand names here that we certainly recognize, right? So let's take a look at this one here, the Ritz-Carlton in Coconut Grove. Beautiful location if you've never been there before. So right now, the best price online, if you were to go online, right now the best price is $2,816. If you were a Mavie member, the price is $1,899. You would save on this one trip alone $917. So you ask me, John, how do you know that this is really the price that's being charged? Well, right now, if you were to go online, this hotel, this date range, this is the price that Priceline will be charging, Expedia, Orbitz, cheap tickets. This is real time. This is what these right now online agencies are charging, and this is the rate that you're going to get because you are a member with Mavie. So this doesn't work just here in the States. So say, for example, you wanted to go travel somewhere, and I'm going to put in Rome because I'm taking my family to Rome this summer, and I'm excited about that. And so I need to go back up here just one second. I apologize. I'm going to go put Rome in again. Here we go. I fat fingered it. We're going to put Rome in, R-O-M-E. Italy, we're going to keep the same date range. That's okay. And as we go through this, you know, because when I looked at this, I wanted to see how much does this cost? What is the cost of these resorts? You know, when I'm traveling into Rome, I'm going to Rome, I'm going to Amalfi, I'm going to go to Venice. And I wanted to see what's it going to cost me to take myself and my family there and to stay at these hotels in these locations, right? So I did book some really exciting places to stay when I'm there, and I'll share that with you in a moment. So I'm just going to go right to the 5-star again, okay? I'm just going to go pull this up. I'm going right to the 5-star. And when we look through this, this is a really popular place. It's called the Westin Excelsior right here. Well, here's what happens. The best public price for that week online right now is $4,251. It's a 5-star resort. If you are a member of Mavie, your price is $3,126. You're saving $1,125. How do I know? This is the price right here that's being charged. $42.51 by Expedia, $43.41 by Booking.com. You can get live pricing right now, real time, what they charge. But you know what? It doesn't stop there. We have cruises, we have cars, we have flights. We're very competitive. We're very competitive. We meet, and then many times we'll beat their prices by 10%, 15%, sometimes even more. This hotel is a really, really sweet spot for us. Also, this thing here called homes. So this homes are, more and more people want to travel in luxury. This is luxury home travel. When I go to Italy this summer, I've rented 3 different residences. I've got a big family, and I'm always getting 2 or 3 hotel rooms. So what I did was I went and I traveled, and I'm getting 3 different residences when I'm traveling to Italy versus just hotel rooms. Now, each one of these residences that you can rent, they come with a personalized host. And this host is someone you can talk to before you travel there. So you can talk to them, and they can be looking up excursions for you. If you need them to do a little bit of grocery shopping, they can do that, fill up the refrigerator a little bit, have some water there for you, answer any questions. What are some things to do? When you get there, the host meets you at the home. They check you in. And what happens is these are all the locations right here, predominantly North America. The footprint is now growing across the globe, but there's also a number of locations here in Europe. There's London, there's Spain, there's Italy, there's a number of locations. Hawaii has always been one of my favorites. So I'm going to pull Hawaii up. And in Hawaii right now, on the main island, there are 3 different residences. So let's pick this middle one. It's a 10-bedroom. It's almost 5,000 square foot. And what happens is that you can look at the pictures. And if you like the pictures and if it makes sense, then you can read the description about the home itself, right? And then you get down into the amenities. It's an ocean view and everything that it has. And again, how many bedrooms and how many people does it sleep? So, it sleeps 10. You could take 4 or 5 couples with you, stay at an amazing location, and split it between 4 or 5 of you. And, it's a great, great trip. Or take all your children. If you're like me, you got a big family. So you can Google map it or, say, hey, this really looks cool. I want to go check out the price. Well, anything that's in gray, that means that it's not available. It's already rented out. If it's in black, that means it's available. So let's say you wanted to go June 18th and you're going to go to the 25th. And let's go check that pricing here real quick. Well, when we check the pricing and take a look at it, what does it say where it says this property right now on VBRO, which is Home Away or Airbnb, the price that you would pay is $2,340. Because you're a member with Mavie, your price is $1,900 a night, or in this example alone, you saved over $3,000 compared to what you would get this exact same property on Airbnb or Home Away. And you know what? It still doesn't stop there because there's a thing here that's called bonus weeks. This is really exciting. If you like to travel to really, really nice locations and stay in nice locations and, go travel to beautiful cities around the globe. This is a collection of 3,268 weeks here. There's pages and pages and pages here. And by the way, this is the price for the week right here. This is the price for the week. In fact, this is an amazing resort. It's called Hacienda Tres Rios. I know people that have gone here and spent, significantly more than $100 a day per person. You can go there for $125 for the week, and it's an all-inclusive. And you know what? It doesn't stop there. There's a thing here that's called Mavie Auction. So if you're if you like to barter or you're a wheel and dealer and you don't want to pay what the price that people put up, Again, here's a listing of all the locations in the States and also some other areas around the globe. But when you look at this and you look at the pricing, and this is for the cost of the week. And say, for example, you wanted to go to Calypso Cay Resort in Orlando, and you go, okay, they want to charge you $450 for the night or for the week. You can look at all these different, here's the weeks in high season, low season. And when you look at this, you go, I don't want to pay $450 though. I tell you what, I'm going to come into this thing and I'm going to offer you $275. And they have 48 hours to accept it or to deny it. So now you can bid with that as well. But it doesn't stop there, because there's something here that's called Echo Rewards. And this is so exciting. And what I'm going to do is, there's a very short video here. I'm going to play it for you. It's going to fully describe what Echo Rewards is, because this is revolutionary. This is so exciting what we've been able to put together here. So sit back and listen to this very short video. I'll be back in a moment.
Stop your friends from paying retail prices of travel. Send them a Mavie Echo Rewards invite and share your savings for free. You've been enjoying your amazing travel discounts and have shared your experiences with friends. Now you can share your savings with friends and at the same time earn tens of thousands of reward credits. Welcome to the Mavie Echo Rewards program, allowing you to earn even more reward credits. Here's how it works. Right now, you have access to savings on hundreds of thousands of hotels and resorts with deep discounts and retail prices. With Mavie's Echo Rewards, you can share these savings with your friends and new customer prospects. They can book discounted travel as often as they want, whenever they want, with no restrictions. When you share your savings with Echo Rewards, friends receive 50% of your savings. When your friends travel, you receive the remaining 50% back in reward credits. Here's an example. If you and your friend search the same trip and you see $1,000 in savings, your friend would see $500 in savings and you receive the remaining $500 back in reward credits. That's 50,000 reward credits. You can use your Echo reward credits towards hotel stays, rental cars, cruises, airfare, and any other benefits with Mavie Travel. There are no limits to how many friends you can invite or how many reward credits you can earn. Here's how you get started. Click the Echo link in the navigation. From here, you can invite a friend via email or share this exciting offer through your social networks. Your friends can register for free and start booking travel. Your Echo Rewards dashboard under My Account will be updated when your friends travel. Simply sit back and watch your Mavie reward credits soar. Should any of your friends decide to become a Mavie customer or associate, they will automatically be linked to you for the rest of their Mavie journey. Don't let your friends or family pay retail prices on other online travel sites. Share your benefits of discounted travel and start earning Mavie reward credits today. Echo Rewards. Send savings, receive rewards.
So I just want to make sure that you really heard what was said there. So when you send somebody one of these links, they're going to get 50% of the savings where you would normally get 100% because you're a member. If they go on a trip and if they save 500 USD, when they come back from that trip, we're going to send you 500 USD in travel credit right to the site that you can immediately use towards group trips and hotels and cruises and cars and flights and homes and Mavie weeks and anything else that's there. And if they choose to become a customer, they become one of your customers in your organization, in your tree, and then you benefit from them going forward as well. So now what I want to do is I want to take you back to the slide presentation here, because we've talked about our product. We've talked about Mavie. We've talked about personalized wellness. We've talked about travel. We've talked about our lifestyle component and what that's going to go be as we launch that in the middle to latter part of June. And, you can have great products, and it needs to be affordable. The cost of this membership is roughly $300 USD. It is $300 one time, and then you pay $69 USD a month. That's it. You can quit it anytime. You can keep it for as long as you want, and you've certainly seen the benefit that most people, when they travel one time, they're going to save more than what it costs them for an entire year. The savings are huge, and we're helping you to unlock that door to personalized wellness with DNA and your DNA code in the beginning of bringing up products that benefit against your DNA code. But then we're going to find a number of people where they want to become an associate. They see the opportunity. They want to begin to build a business with Mavie. And so what they do is this: to get started, they're going to spend $70 one time initially, and then every month thereafter, they're going to pay $19 a month. And that's going to give them access to a back office and reporting, a number of sales tools, and everything they need to be able to understand and how to build, grow, and develop this company. Videos and trainings and things that are going on all over the globe. And I want to get in and I want to talk to you about how people actually earn money with Mavie, because we're really excited about this. We put together this plan. We spent probably 5 or so months alone with one of the most recognized, best compensation plan experts in the industry today. Over 20 years of putting together compensation plans for the direct sales industry globally. When we got done, he said, John, he said, I got to admit, you guys really pressed this. You guys stretched the limits. You guys really thought out of the box. There's some really exciting things that you guys thought of and that you're doing that I'm really not seeing other companies doing. So we're excited about that, and I'm going to share that with you right now. The first way you're going to earn money in our company is called, it's a membership initiation bonus. It's a direct commission. Any one of the memberships that I just shared with you on the preferred membership, any membership that you sell, we're going to pay you a 10% commission. It's that easy. The second way is called a membership renewal bonus. We want to reward you for the acquisition and the retention of memberships in your organization. And we're going to pay you 3 levels deep. Well, what's a level? You know, you sponsor Bob, who sponsors Susan, who sponsors Mary. That's 3 levels. And when you sponsor Bob, Bob may enroll 4 or 5 or 6 people. Mary may enroll 5 or 6 people. The next person may enroll 5 or 6 people. Next thing you know, you've got 60, 70, 100, 200 people in your group. We're going to pay you 3 levels deep. This compensation plan is a volume-based plan. We pay you weekly. You're promoted weekly. This is the only part of the plan where we're going to pay you monthly. At the end of every month, we add up all of the volume of everybody in your organization, 3 levels deep, because everybody's paying $69 a month. We add up all those $69 into one big number on your first level, second level, third level, and we're going to pay you 5% of that volume on your first level, 4 on your second, and 3 on your third. We're going to find lots of ways to pay you on the memberships in your organization. This is just something a little extra. It's an additional perk to continue to pay you and reward you for the acquisition and the retention. This third way that people earn income is what's called team bonus. This is when the wheels begin to come off and it really gets so easy for people. See, we're a binary compensation plan. And in a binary, there's you, and then you have 2 legs. You enroll people on your left side, you enroll people on your right side. And they enroll, and they're doing volume, and they get customers, and they're buying memberships, and it begins to grow. So at the end of every single week, we're going to add up the total volume of all the revenue in your left leg and all the revenue in your right leg. Whatever is your smallest leg, we're going to pay you a 10% commission on everything. So say, for example, that week you do $20,000 in revenue in your small leg that week. Well, what makes up that $20,000? Well, that's you and everybody else on your team that they're selling new memberships. People are paying their monthly $69 every single month. They're auto ship because they're staying active and they're getting great benefit with it. You add all of that up every single week as your organization continues to grow and expand. We're going to pay you 10%. So if your organization did $20,000 that week, you're going to earn 10%, or you're going to get paid $2,000 that week alone just in your team bonus. But you know what? We want to find a way to reward you some more. We want to give you a bonus. So we want to double what we pay you on the first 5,000 of volume. We want to pay you 20%, not 10% on the first 5,000 of volume in your smallest leg every week, and then it's 10% thereafter. So what does that mean? So in that same example where you did $20,000 worth of revenue, we're going to pay you 20% on the first 5,000, which is $1,000, and then the remaining $15,000, we're going to pay you 10%. Or you just earned $2,500 for the week just in the team bonus component part alone. But you know what? It continues to get more exciting. There's a thing here called matching team bonus. I like to call it check match. That's the sexy name for it. We want to pay you a percentage of all the income that everybody earns in your organization. Excuse me? We want to pay you a percentage of all of the income that everybody earns in your organization up to 10 generations deep. So you might be thinking, well, what's a generation? Well, a generation and levels. People think of levels and generations. A generation could have 1 level, 5 levels, 10 levels, 15 levels in a single generation, all compressed into a single generation. For ease of this example, let's assume that a generation is a level. And say, for example, you enroll 3 people, 5 people, 10, 15, 20 different people over whatever period of time you want to put to it. And at the end of every single week, we're gonna add up all of the income that everybody earned on your first generation. We had all of that income together, and we're going to pay you 10% of that total value. And then as you continue to grow and expand and build your business, we're going to pay you a level deeper, till eventually you're earning up to 10 generations deep. Generations 2 through 9, we're going to pay you 5%. Well, you know as well as I do that when you understand this industry and as your organization matures, down here in your 6th or 7th or 8th generations, and you can have hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of people that are active. They're actively out there building the business and using the membership and having great success around the world with it. And we're going to add up on all those, each generation, all the income that everybody earned on that single generation, and we're going to pay you between 5 to 10% of their total earnings every single week. And if that's not enough, we put together some bonus pools here that we think that are off the chart. These bonus pools this first one is called a global leadership bonus pool. This allows a person relatively early in the growth and of their business as they move through the plan. We wanted them to access very quickly into, they're going to share them and everybody else from that rank on up in the plan. They're going to split 1% of the global volume every single week. That means whatever, say for example, you live in the United States, every week you're participating in the growth in Asia and Australia and Africa and Europe and here in the United States. Not just your group, but everything that the company does. We want to give you that sense of ownership. We want you in early to understanding benefiting from that. And then for those individuals that have that drive and determination and they just want to continue to excel and they want to get to those top ranks in our company, we have a thing that's called a presidential bonus pool. And these individuals split 2% of the global volume every single week amongst a smaller group of people. So here's what we've done. We've got something that when we sit down and we show people travel, people are saying, how much does it cost? They see the value associated with it. People are intrigued with the DNA and they want to know more about themselves and products that are actually formulated to their DNA. It's exciting. And then we have the compensation plan that we've been able to put together where people can access income early. At the end of every single week in their back office, they can see what their volume is. They know what they're going to get paid on Friday. They know how much they're going to make. And then we want to put a doubling component on it on the first 5,000. And then we pay you a matching team bonus, that thing that we called check match. We want to give you a percentage of the total income that people earn in your organization. And by the way, I didn't share this, but I am now. I forgot. When we do check match, that's everything on your big leg and your small leg. Most binaries today only pay you on your small leg. We're going to add your big leg and your small leg volume all together and pay you 5 to 10% every single week of all the income earned up to 10 generations deep. And then these 2 really, really large bonus pools that we want you to participate in globally on a weekly basis. We're so excited to have you taking a look at our company here today. This business is growing so fast just in the last couple of weeks. It's going to continue to grow. Again, we're open in 5 continents. We've got people that have come in and they're building the business in 5 continents around the globe. And we have many people that already have, maybe in the United States, that already have people in Australia and Asia and Europe and Africa and vice versa. People enrolling people all over the world. This webinar that you were just on tonight, we do every single week, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. On Friday, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. These webinars are going to be starting in Africa, Australia, and Europe. And then in Asia, we're going to start them too. And the ones in Asia, we're going to have in Mandarin. So you can put people online. We have all that information, all those webinar links that you can tap into and expose people. Thank you so much for your time and being here with us tonight. Get back to the person that invited you. We're excited to work with you. We're excited to engage with you and grow this business at an incredible pace. Thank you so much, and have yourselves a wonderful evening. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.